Hey guys, you know how I tell y'all to always rely on your habits so you don't gotta worry about your memory? Well, I broke my own rule today. I usually never, ever come out to this range in shorts. I always have long pants, sweatpants, jeans, something, hunting pants, because the mosquitoes are horrible. I learned that a long time ago from my first time here. Well, guess what I came out here in today? I came out here in shorts, and I'm gonna pay for it all week because I am itching. There's a billion ant march going up and down this tree right now, so I'm pretty sure they're tearing me up too. All I can say is mistakes were made. I cannot get out of here fast enough, boy. Here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna take some shots other than those perfect target style archery ones where you're standing up and your form's all perfect and you know you get to crack your neck 13 times and you make sure your hips ain't swiveled all out of place. All right, so already right off the bag, my first complaint is my shin. So I got my feet parallel to the deck or parallel to the ground, and that's putting a lot of strain on my shins that I did not used to feel. That's telling me that I haven't done enough with my flexibility or my stretching to loosen that up. So that's one of the areas that I'm gonna really be working on. And then I wanna make sure that I can kind of put my arm out, my bow arm out. I hope y'all can hear me. Put my bow arm out, okay? And then just draw straight back. If I couldn't do that, then I need to bring down this bow weight, okay? So that was really uncomfortable, okay? So what that tells me I'm gonna have to do is just in my living room, I'm just gonna have to work on that. All right, sit back in that position, sit on my feet, take a break, relax, give it some time, and then go back into it. Because this time last year, I believe I was able to do this with no problem at all. Okay, so the first one was high. I believe that's out there at 24, and I gapped my 20 and 30 pin. So what this is letting me know, for one, was that a bad shot? Was that just a bad shot by me? It felt like it was a clean break. So what that means is I don't necessarily understand my pin gaps yet. For this bow, for this arrow, for the feet per second that those arrows are flying at. So this is also good practice for that. If you got something that's not at these beautiful, perfect ranges of 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, then what? You gotta know, okay, if it's 24 yards, do I just hold my 20 pin right on? Will that get me there, or do I need to hold a little bit low with my 30? So I'm working out all of those kinks in my system. We have been supposed to get, obviously y'all can see I'm still uncomfortable because I'm adjusting again. We should have gotten a goat hunt in by now, but we've been getting flash flood warning after flash flood warning. So it's probably a blessing in disguise. It's helped me learn a little bit more about myself and my gear, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna shoot one more at that block. That's a good scenario too, because when I'm down here, I know this grass is short, but it's kind of covering the vitals a little bit. And that's how those deer kind of walk through that tall grass on Lanai. So all of this, Lanai, goat hunting, this is just perfect practice right now. And plus there's a little bit of a nervous factor because I got to do this for y'all too. So I'm gonna try to aim a little bit away. From my arrow over there. So not bad. A tip to help out with this other than your flexibility, so stretching, just this same position, practice it. And then another thing you're gonna wanna do is get you some knee pads. I know the Sika Ascent pads, they have some built-in knee pads that you can use. If you've ever been in those staring competitions with the deer where they kind of bust you but they're not sure what it is, but you're sitting there getting uncomfortable because you got some of that lava rock kind of under your knee, those built-in knee pads will help you out a lot. Now I know you may be rolling your eyes at the Sika thing because they're super expensive. I got you. There's a military discount in it for me. They give military 40% off. So trust me, I'm not rich and I'm not sponsored by Silka, okay? So I'm gonna pull these arrows and then come back and we're gonna shoot the next position. For the next one, you've kind of built your own blind or out of grass or whatever, out of bushes, out of leaves, or maybe you even sitting in the blind. You got your engaged limbs on, or you got your bow, whatever your stand is to hold your bow up. You got that there, something walks out. Are you gonna adjust to your knees, or are you just gonna shoot it from your butt? If you can't draw back like this, you might have too much draw weight. So just sitting on your butt, and boom, draw your bow. Okay, now I'm looking here at the bottom. Is my bottom cam gonna hit anything? Okay, so I've had this situation happen when I was hunting goats. I didn't realize that my bottom cam, and the bow wasn't a super long axle to axle. I want to say it was like 30 inches axle to axle. It was the Halon 7. The goat was maybe 15 yards away. However, from the position I was in, every time I would try to bring my bow low enough, my bottom cam would hit the rock. So, another position to practice with, so you're not super uncomfortable when this happens, because if you hunt long enough, this position is probably going to happen. And if you're like 160 pounds and you're really struggling, pulling 70 pounds of your bow, you're not gonna be able to do this. You might wanna bring your draw weight down. So a lot of times you may get a shot opportunity with this still on. So if you're the type who needs to pull your quiver off every time you shoot, you got to pull this off and everything's got to be perfect, and like I said, you need your 13 neck cracks, you're gonna kind of be thrown off when it's time for you to hunt. So this was position 2. The first one we did was from the knees, this one's from the butt. Next one we're gonna go in the saddle. The last one we're gonna work on in practice is the one from the saddle. Okay, so nice and simple. We got this out there at about 25 yards. What I've been finding out about my setup is my arrow's fast enough to shoot flat, or at least flat enough with the 20 pin out to 25 yards. So here we go. I'm pretty sure that's a hard shot right there. And if this arrow setup is heavy enough to blow through these bells, shot one today at what, 75 yards? Got a 560 grain arrow, about 15% FOC, it blew through that. So even if I'm hugging up against those that shoulder blade, I'm pretty confident that it's gonna blow through it. It's just gonna boil down to, is it gonna blow through with the mechanical broadhead? Maybe not. Those blades might not survive. So if I got my cutthroat 2-blade single bevel broadheads, that's definitely going to be a pass-through. Okay, I recently got back from visiting family in Michigan, and they asked what are the main differences from Hawaii and Michigan. And one thing that really stood out to me when I got off the plane was how vibrant the colors here on this island is. It's almost like the difference between watching a movie in 4K versus 480p, right? I love my home state, but there's nothing like living in Hawaii. That's why I say we're lucky we live Hawaii. I translate that to me being a privileged bow hunter. Hey, like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell your friend about the channel. Hey, when you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell notification, okay? The channel is PRIVILEGED. I know you know how to spell Bowhunter. That's all we got. We love y'all. Peace.